What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, YouTube's number one couch detective, and I'm here for the news. And then recently, killer whale attacks have been on the rise. Now, we know one thing about the orcas. They are probably some of the smartest mammals in the sea. You have dolphins and whales, all very smart and intelligent animals. But the orca, in recent history, has been found to probably be the most smartest group of fish in the sea. Now, I've seen videos of orcas killing great white sharks. They figured out that the great white shark has a deficiency and he has a what you would call a sore spot, where if you're able to flip him upside down, he tends to be paralyzed. And the orca figured that out and they start flipping great white sharks upside down off the coast of California and throughout the Pacific, on the American side of the Pacific Ocean. There was videos of orcas killing great whites. And they weren't just eating the great whites, they only ate the liver out of them. So we know these animals are extremely, extremely intelligent. Now, there have been case after case after case of whales washing up dead on beaches around the world. And I'm not talking about one or two whales, we're talking about hundreds of whales at a time. We're going to go over this clip, but I just want to make sure this is plainly obvious and clear that the military under the ocean are using the same type of sonar that the animals are using. The only problem is they're using it, their sonar sometimes is 100 times to 1,000 times stronger than what the animals are using. So imagine somebody, me and you talking, and I whisper something in your ear, normal voice. Imagine somebody whispering that same thing in your ear, but it's 1,000 times louder. That would disorientate you. That would confuse you. That would bust your eardrums. And that's what's happening to these whales. The military is down there doing all type of experiments under the ocean. And they're harming these animals to the umpteenth degree. Now, what I'm about to say is alleged. There's only so much time you can work against Mother Nature before Mother Nature starts to work against you. I'm alleging that these killer whales are way smarter than what we're giving them credit for. They understand on their level to what humans are and where they're coming from and what they're in. And let's take a look at this clip.
A sunset sail off the coast of Spain, disrupted by killer whales, also known as orcas, slamming themselves into this 66-foot sailboat. The pod of orcas destroying the rudder, piercing the hull, water rushing on board.
Now, if you think these orcas don't know exactly what they're doing, listen to what he said the orcas are doing. They're destroying the rudder, they're piercing the hull, and they're slamming themselves into the boat at full speed. They know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to sink these ships. They're sick of human beings doing what they want to do in the ocean, and they trying to seek a little revenge. There's no doubt in my mind.
Sailor calling it quite terrifying. The crew doing their
Matter of fact, I want to hear it again, exactly what these orcas are doing.
Killer whales, also known as orcas, slamming themselves into this 66-foot sailboat. The pod of orcas destroying the rudder, piercing the hull, water rushing on board. One sailor calling it quite terrifying. The crew doing their best to scare the orcas away and to pump water off the boat. It's part of a wave of orca attacks, at least 3 boats sinking in recent weeks. Researchers saying orca encounters in the area have been increasing since 2020. More than 20 interactions recorded just this month. Last year, 207. Including this one in the Strait of Gibraltar. An orca is seen chewing on a piece of the boat. Now, marine researchers are asking why. There's no clear answer, but many believe the behavior is learned. Orcas mimicking each other's behavior.
I'm not really seeing them necessarily as like aggressive attacks.
Yeah, possible.
This lady said, I don't see them. This is how you know some of these people are imbeciles. The lady says she don't see them as aggressive attacks. They literally slamming themselves into the boat full speed, destroying the rudder, piercing the hull, and she yelling out, I don't see them as aggressive attacks. You can't get no more goddamn aggressive than that.
But many believe the behavior is learned, orcas mimicking each other's behavior.
I'm not really seeing them necessarily as like aggressive attacks.
Is it possible this is just the killer whales playing?
Absolutely.
Hey, don't nobody play like that. Animals don't play like that. We've seen dolphins and animals playing in the water. They don't play like that. They just gave you all the statistics is on the rise of them attacking ships. 20 in the last month, 207 last year. They're on pace for even a higher number this year. And the lady said, they just playing. So take your ship out there and let them orcas play with you. So all of a sudden, orcas want to bite off rudders and pierce holes to play. Unbelievable.
But another theory recalls the plot of the 1977 cult classic film Orca. A killer whale seeking revenge after a boat kills one of its friends. Luckily, no deaths have been reported, but a growing number of sailors have been left.
And see, that's why I always say in movies and TV shows, they tell you the truth. The news, they will bullshit you to the umpteenth degree. The movie said the goddamn orca was seeking revenge. And didn't I just say that in the beginning that, hey man, the military is killing all these whales. These whales is washing up on shores everywhere. Damn it, these orcas want a little bit of revenge. And don't you think for 1 second they're not smart enough for that. We know that there are apes and orangutans and chimps that if you do something to that chimp or you give one chimp a banana and you are a treat and you don't get another chimp a treat, that chimp will remember that and they'll tear your ass apart. That didn't happen in real life. They didn't rip a human being from limb to limb for giving one chimp a treat and not another one because they remember. They ain't as smart as us, but some of these motherfuckers are way smarter than what they giving them credit for.
With a whale of a story. Josh Letterman, NBC News.
And that's just the truth, y'all. But let's take a look at it. It's a 17-second clip. Let's take a look at this. Fair use, fair use.
Whales have been mysteriously dying near New York and New Jersey over the past few months. And it's so bad that the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is investigating. This 41-foot-long humpback whale was the most recent case of what NOAA is calling an unusual mortality event.
Man, they know. That's why they said we're going to investigate. But if you investigate, you're going to hit a dead end because once the military, they're basically going to just roadblock. They're going to block you and say, no, nothing's happening here. And it's not like you got the equipment to go down there and play with them subs. And then if it's military around, they're going to tell you can't be out here. They're going to tell you to shoo. Yeah, shoo, fly, get out of here. So they don't really care. But these are some of the cases. At least 300 whales found dead in New Zealand, mass stranded. More than 130 whales die after becoming stranded in Australia. Hundreds of whales beached in New Zealand. Up to 200 whales dead off the coast of Tanzania and Australia. Look, I'm telling you that these animals aren't dying by happenstance. Yes, sometimes animals can die through happenstance, but not this many and not this often. It is 100% allegedly the military doing all these tests and using all this sonar in the ocean. And I'm telling you, this killer whale is attacking. They want a little sweet revenge. So you can take your boat out there if you want to and play with the killer whales and see where that gets you. But I just wanted to go over that clip, y'all. This has been Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, YouTube's #1 couch detective. I'm here for the news. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on an orca is out here playing Moby Dick Ride. Peace.